Good morning. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I figured I'd make a little video today. Been outside this morning working in the garden, which you can see in the background. Hot one today. I think it's supposed to get probably close to 107, 108 heat index. So we got an early start this morning. Anyway, I've been hoeing out the garden and just got through feeding up everything and come out here and spent about 30 minutes hoeing, and man, I am soaked. I don't know where you are, but I hope it's cooler. It's bad here. Watered the garden, this part right here, yesterday afternoon, right before dark. Seemed to soak in pretty well. Anyway, I got to work on that this afternoon and get the rest of it watered in, and hopefully it'll do some good. If you do it up in the day or in the morning like now, if I was to do it now, it'll work, but it doesn't do as good as if you do it in the afternoon, late, right up to dark. Matter of fact, some people say don't do it after the sun sets, give it time to dry, which I've never had a problem with it, because I always figured, well, it rains in the middle of the night sometime, and that doesn't affect it in a bad way. So, you know, anyway, I'm gonna try to take this tripod here that I got that camera on, or that cell phone, and I'm gonna try to walk around a little bit here and just give you guys another look at what I've got planted, and just, you know, maybe you can get some pointers from it. Maybe you can see some things that you should do or need to do, or some things that I need to do that you can comment and, you know, just let me know. You know, I'm not perfect at this. I've done it a long time, but you know how it goes. You know, you always can learn something new. But anyway, let's take a walk. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to try to keep this video going and carry the tripod around. Hopefully it's going to do okay for you guys. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great 4th. And anyway, let's get with it. If you would, how about subscribe to the channel? And I'm gonna keep bringing stuff like this to you, with the fainting goats and the peacocks and the gardening and the chickens and all this stuff. I'm gonna start bringing even more of it to you. But just share it, like it, subscribe, and I think they say something about ringing a bell, and that way you'll get a notification when I put up a video. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, and let's take a little walk here and see how this works out. I'm gonna have to do a little something here, so y'all just hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I'm just pulling these legs up where this thing will be easier to handle. It is tough. Got one more to go. Okay, maybe that'll be a little easier for me. I can. Anyway, this is called zipper cream peas. I'm still going to go back in there and replant some of them because they were old seed, and you can see spots like this right here. Nothing come up, you know, and a spot over there. I'll go back in and reseed that. And the tomatoes, we got them caged, and the first one right here, that's a Cherokee purple. And this Cherokee purple's usually got pretty good virus protection on it. And these right here, they definitely do. This is the big beef, and that's a big beef right there. These three, and then starting there, these other three is big beef plus, so they're going to have even more. Now this one here and the one here is actually a green stripe. I don't know much about them. These two right here, they got a virus. They got wilt or whatever the virus may be, but that's the same as these here. And if you'll notice in here how the leaves are rolling up, you know, so I don't know about these two here, whether they're going to do this. Probably the same as them there. It's just not meant to grow here where I'm at. They can't handle the virus that we got in the ground, I guess. And here's some tomatoes. You see the tomatoes on the vine there? It's the old gentleman online. He calls, when tomatoes are together like that, that's two tomatoes, he calls that a hand. He calls it a hand. All right, here is pepper plants. This is banana pepper. Here's some more tomatoes. More pepper. More tomato. See that young tomato there? They're putting on, they're late. All my stuff is really late this year. I started not to plant anything. It was so dry, we didn't have any rain. It was really, really dry. I think this little plant right here, I hope it makes. It got off to a very rough start. That's a little tomato. I think it's called a Sweet 100. But we got a lot of peppers this year. We got some that I'm not even gonna eat. They smoking. I can't handle it. I used to could, but I can't no more. I don't deal with that very well. And a jalapeno is about the hottest I'm gonna deal with. All right, there's the eggplant. Them things is growing and looking good. I even got one small plant there. I need to pull it off, but they're blooming. I got one small plant down here on the end. More pepper plants. Don't know what they are. I can look it up. I think it's right on a cup down under that straw. Eggplant. I think they call Black Beauty. And there's the eggplant, a little squirt. Look what it's got up under there. It's got a little eggplant. Thought that was cool. And these things here are, the heat's rough on these pumpkins. They're a Seminole pumpkin. I think they're like a pie pumpkin, I think. I'm not sure. I heard they keep real well, like a winter squash type. And this watermelon right here, this actually is a Carolina, it's a hybrid. I think the record on it's a 200-pound watermelon, but you know, under the conditions it's under here, it's not going to do that. Plus, it's late being put out into the ground. Okay, now these right here, this is a purple hull, a pink-eyed purple hull field pea, or cow pea. Some people call it cow peas, but it's a field pea. That's what I was raised. I got 1, 2, 3, for 5 rows of this pea. And they're already putting runners on, if you'll notice right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll walk down here. But they got a little bit of grass in them, but it'll shade that stuff out pretty good. See the runners right here that it's putting on? Right there. And now over here is cucumbers. I had planted these cucumbers at an earlier date, and they was little seed, and they didn't do well. This is called an Ashley cucumber. I think both of these rows here are Ashley cucumbers. A lot of people's never heard of them, but that's what the feed store where I buy feed at had, and that's what I've been planting over the years. And then over here, that right there, that is a straight 8. And right there is a straight 8. And I got 2 rows of them and 2 rows of the Ashley. And over here, I'm not sure which is which, but I think this is the zucchini. I got a row of zucchini here, and then I got squash, straight neck squash here. You can tell these over on this side here wasn't getting any water. I got to water them today. I'm gonna put the sprinkler over here. You can tell right where it come out to. It come to right there. But I'll get all this watered in good today. Probably later over about dark. Let it run for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. Get all this good and soaked in. But that tree right there, that's called, it actually was a burning bush, but it's a burning tree now. But it's got roots all out here, and it takes all the nutrient up on this end of the garden. How many of you guys grow gardens? And if you do, what do you grow in your garden? Let me know in the comments. You know, anything you see that I could do better, or I need to try, or whatever, let me know. See these pollinators I got here? This is called a Rose of Sharon. I got them all the way around the garden. I don't know if you can see, but it's all the way around that fence, all the way around the garden, all the way down through yonder. But they attract bees. Bumblebee, and old Bumblebee is mainly what's doing the work out here anyway. Honeybees are few and far between. They're not like they used to be around here. But anyway, I'm going to end this here for today and give you another view across the garden. But I'm going to try later today to go ahead with another step on a short. This will be a long form. I'm going to do a short on that plant right there, that mother plant. And then I'm going to come back and do a long form on cloning what I done on the shorts on that plant right there. I'm going to go to part 3 on the shorts, hopefully this afternoon, if it's not too hot and I can find a good shade. But I'm going to show you what to do and how to get it set to start putting some roots on that thing to get it back, in a cup and then back in the field to produce some tomatoes before the end of the growing season for frost.